show, we are happy to welcome back from Farm Bureau Insurance, Agent Joel Kinnison. Hey, Joel.
Bart, thank you so much for having me back on the show.
Yeah, nice to see you again. Thanks for coming in. How's COVID impacted the insurance business as far as your agency?
Oh, geez, COVID has been a real game changer. And, you know, there's been a lot of challenges that come along with it. But, I mean, honestly, one of the good things about it has been we've all learned how to work remotely and do everything digitally, and that's great. But it's been really good seeing people in person again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're at the end of it.
Yeah, it actually does feel like that. We're seeing a lot more faces nowadays, and that's great. Couldn't be happier about that.
You're a fairly new agency, too.
Yeah, going on 2 years now.
So just at the start of the pandemic, your agency opened.
I actually started at the very beginning of the pandemic, yeah. It was quite the hermit, learning everything remotely. But it was technical, and it was, in a sense, good for me in the learning experience because, you know, so many things are going that way now, and I'm pretty well versed in that.
And you, as a small town, hometown, agent-owned agency, it's a people business.
Absolutely.
And you can't see people.
Yeah, it was weird. You know, you do a lot of FaceTime meetings and Zoom calls and calls over the phone and even, you know, text messages and stuff. And so it was just, it was really weird because insurance should be a very personal thing. Mm-hmm. You know, it should be something where you shake somebody's hand and look them in the eyes and see what their needs are when you insure them. So the whole thing being, I guess, remote was a learning experience to say the least. But like I say, it's good to have people back in the office and meet clients face to face. It's great.
You've got a really visible location, a lot of traffic going by Robinson and Michigan, so that's got to help.
Yeah, a lot of cars pass by. We should probably get a bigger sign out there though, but no, it's a good location. People stop in all the time, and it is a pretty busy road.
And are you in Blackman Township?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, so you can put any sign up.
We should. Yeah.
Now, Farm Bureau, a well-known name in the state of Michigan, and we see you and Joel Kinnison on a lot of community events. That's an important thing for you.
Yeah, being involved in the local community is huge. Getting to know people and meeting and helping out where we can it's everything.
You're somewhat new to the area, aren't you?
Yeah, we moved out here, my family and I, about 3 years ago, and we love it. We wouldn't change it for the world, and I mean, maybe the winters could be a little bit shorter, but it was like that where we lived in Michigan before that anyways, and yeah, we love it out here, and the longer we're here, the more we like it.
People are anxious to get a refund. The state of Michigan is sending refund checks for people that own cars that had them insured. What are the rules? Who will be getting checks?
Okay, so the MCCA is going to be refunding any auto policies that were insured as of October 31st, and that's cars, trucks, motorcycles, RVs, motorhomes, as long as there was insurance on them as of October 31st. So that doesn't include vehicles that were in storage, but anything that was on the road, even if it's just PLPD, it'll be a $400 refund per vehicle. And those payments will be out by May 9th, no later than May 9th. I will say though, if you've moved, if you're a client and you're with the same insurance carrier and you've moved, you should reach out to your agent and let them know your address because the checks will be sent to the last address that they have on file. So make sure you call and get that all squared away.
Now, last week the governor announced these checks are coming out, but it's not the governor that's sending them out.
Nope, not personally, no. The law she passed, and all carriers in Michigan will be sending that money out, but I don't believe it's from her pocketbook.
You'll be getting the check will actually come from your insurance company.
That's correct. So even if you're insured with one carrier on October 31st and then beginning of November you change carriers, the one that you had previously will be the one that sends the refund back. Sometimes in some cases it's going to be direct deposit, but in most cases, I know with Farm Bureau, it's going to be a check sent in the mail, the old school way.
And it's happening at roughly the same time we've had this big insurance reform. I know it's related, but it's not exactly a result of. But what's the change in insurance and how is it affecting people?
So Michigan is a no-fault state, and it basically changes what you can be held liable for. And one of the things is now you don't have to have personal injury protection, or unlimited personal injury protection, PIP for short. You can opt out if you have qualified health care coverage through work or Medicare. You can choose to have them be your primary health insurance, but you have to have, it has to be qualified. So it's a give or take. You know, a lot of people look at it like as you can save money, and that's absolutely the case, but there's a risk to it. You know, how good is your coverage? If you have unlimited PIP, which is what I always try to sell people on because it's just better coverage. My brother's actually married to somebody that was affected by this, so me knowing her, I always try to get people to go with PIP, unlimited PIP, because you're going to be covered no matter what. If anything happens, and God forbid the worst happens in an accident other than death, and you're paralyzed or something like that, if you have unlimited PIP, you're covered no matter what.
Yeah, and people, if they've never had an experience with an accident or illness, you might be surprised at how expensive it can be to have a catastrophic injury.
Oh, I mean, yeah, anything medical related is, it's very expensive. And you know, if you pay the premiums, it might cost you a little bit more out of pocket now, but in the long run, you are much better protected. So I normally try to get people to go that way.
And what's your experience been on the pricing? If you decide to keep everything as it was before the law changed, are you going to see a big change or in cost of insurance?
If you had everything, well, before they changed the laws, you had to have unlimited PIP. And so from that time to this time, unlimited PIP is unlimited PIP. As far as I know, there hasn't been a price change in that regards.
Okay. So if you can afford it, you should keep it.
I would say so.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that's what I did. And I think they ask you have to make a election on a form on which way you want to go.
Absolutely. Right? If you do have the qualified health care coverage and you can opt out of PIP, you have to sign and initial, and there's forms that you have to go through. And at the end of the day, it's the client's choice. Whatever they feel best, it's their decision to make. But as a person who works in it every day and sees these things and deals with claims, if I can help it, I try to sway people from it.
Nice. But it's not just car insurance you offer.
No, sir. We offer
it all.
homeowners insurance, commercial insurance. If you're a small business owner, we insure those. Restaurants, contractors, we're very competitive with those types. Life insurance is a huge thing too. There's been a lot of life cases going on lately, especially with the pandemic. It's changed everything. And as a younger person, I didn't really understand the importance of having life insurance. Now with kids and a family and seeing what I've seen the last couple of years, I can't stress how important it is to have life insurance and have the proper amount of life insurance. There's a lot of things that go into that, and man, I'd be more than happy to have those conversations with anybody that's interested.
All right. And you've got young kids?
Yes, sir, 4 of them.
Are they old enough to be clamoring for a trip to Florida for spring break?
Pretty much every day. We're supposed to go, and it's probably going to be more like June, so we're going to be sweating, but that's okay. Blue skies and hot weather, I'll take it.
Nice. If somebody wants to get a hold of Joel Kinnison, it's pretty easy. What's your number?
You can call 517-220-6036. That's the office line, and myself or somebody else would be happy to take the call.
Awesome. Good to see you, Joel.
Thanks, Bart. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, too.
Joel Kinnison, Farm Bureau Insurance, with us here today on JTV.